The integrated GIS platform gives us access to all the information that previously was available from at least 4 different business systems.
When I first started my career, I had to pull information together from various sources. It's almost like putting a puzzle together. I may have to go one place to find the old paper records of what our existing network looked like, another place to see additions to the neighborhood or how many new lots were being placed, another place to go and see my strand records, what fibers were available.
I would have to go search through various work orders to figure out who was where, or make several phone calls to find out who was where.
It was more manually that you would have to go into it to pick the areas that you want and divide the areas up. When I worked with the GIS team, you're looking at probably 5 to 6 hours or so to get together what I needed. So therefore that's time that would be wasted that I'd have to wait for them.
One of the best features of our new GIS system is the fact that it is very flexible and allows us to change the configuration over time. As we identify new needs and ask new questions, the system can evolve to help us answer those questions.
Now I can do in a matter of hours what it took days or maybe even a week to do previously in my career, because all the information is in one spot. It's like having the whole puzzle already together for you.
With the GIS application, it puts everything pinpoint right on spot. I don't have to do any, probably waste about maybe 15-20 minutes trying to find out where everyone is in respect to that particular location.
Now with the new GIS system, I can go the same day and before an hour. She could come back and have the information I need, and I can go and do the work faster.
We utilize the system to monitor the health of the network, allowing us to see alarms out in the field, dispatch technicians, and address problems with the fiber plant.
We had a case last week where another government entity had a circuit to go down that was right in our network. The technicians were able to take a machine called an OTDR, measure the distance, call me, and tell me where their starting point was. I used the tool and was able to pinpoint the location they needed to go to. Now, 30 years ago, it would have been a lot of visual and test, and it probably would have taken 2 to 3 times as long.
We also utilize the system to monitor our work progress throughout the day, making sure that we're staying on schedule and not missing appointments and work orders.
In the event that that technician is not close to that specific outage, there may be a service call that's close to that specific outage that that technician may be near later on. So in that aspect, it helps greatly. They can go ahead and assign it to someone who will be closely to that respective location.
We can even utilize the system to monitor sales throughout the day to see how many sales we're making.
We can pull out sales, we can pull out disconnects, we can pull out vacant homes that we want on this one map. So when we're out in the area going door to door, it's right there telling you what address you need to hit or not hit. We did a campaign not long ago that was 11,000 addresses. That would probably take about, I would say, 15 hours to get all that information together. We can do it now in 2 hours.
In particular, during Hurricane Irene, we were very thankful to have this system. By seeing the alarms occurring in the network in real time, we were able to go ahead and route our crews to the areas of likely cable damage.
And we were able to see the clusters, we were able to pinpoint where we thought the damage was. We already had restoration crews on standby, so as soon as the storm passed and it became safe, we were able to put these restoration forces out and start to repair services.
There was a particular instance where the GI application worked out greatly. We had a couple new build areas that were out in the county, and we experienced a couple of alarms with those particular customers out there, and before it became customer impact, and I was able to go into the GIS application, find those alarms and address them and have technicians out on site to resolve the issue before the customer actually noticed.
As you can imagine, with over 300 miles of plant, there's a lot of assets. And some of these can be redeployed, which is a big cost savings. So if you do this several thousand times with a piece of equipment that costs several $100s, you saved a good bit of money.
The integrated GIS system allows us to ensure that we are very efficiently deploying infrastructure in the field. That leads to real savings, and those savings can be applied to network expansion, allowing us to grow our system and connect more customers.